Jim here, coming to you with one of our Fantasy for the Ages quick takes today. A free discussion on Marvel's Black Panther Wakanda Forever. There may be some spoilers, but mostly this is just my reaction to having recently watched the movie. Thanks for watching, and we hope you'll like the video down below. Check out more of the content that my son Zach and I have all over this YouTube channel, and subscribe. I'll admit it, I've gotten comfortable in my own house, and I'm far less likely to actually go out to a movie theater now than I've ever been. The popcorn here is cheaper, the bathrooms cleaner, the seats are more comfortable, alcohol is more available, and I can pause the movie to use the restroom anytime I want. So I'm a little slower than some to catch the newest movies. I wait until I can stream them on one of the many platforms I subscribe to. This means it was only recently that I finally watched Wakanda Forever on Disney Plus. This also means I'd had the time to hear some of the nice things people had to say about the movie. I'd avoided most spoilers, though I knew they'd chosen not to recast the taken too early Chadwick Boseman, and instead that they wrote his passing into the movie in some way. Therefore, the franchise would be proceeding in a new direction. I'd also had time to see that, despite the positive things that some were saying, the ratings on the film were a little weaker than the original one. It depended where you looked. IMDb, yeah, a little lower. Rotten Tomatoes, well, it was still doing pretty strongly. You never know with a sequel. The closest they usually hope for is that it'll be about as good as the original. If it takes a little dip, not all that uncommon. All this said, while I wouldn't say I was excited for this movie, I was still optimistic that it would be a decent entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I didn't really care much for this movie. Nothing against actress Letitia Wright, playing the lead role of Shuri, reprising it from the first film where she was great, playing the sister to the former king and Black Panther T'Challa. But her character is simply not written strongly enough to carry this movie. Additionally, the way the writers brought Prince Namor and the Atlanteans into the MCU didn't entirely work for me. The whole time, I'm like, what are they doing? Admittedly, Namor is a conflicted character in the Marvel comics. At times a hero, at other times one of the greatest threats to mankind, especially all land dwellers. So they got the sense of risk right. But still, it just seemed a little weird to tie all of this into a story about vibranium. It undersells the rich context and backstory of Namor in the comics. That fell short for me. More significantly, while I know this may have been a sentimental choice that many fans enjoyed, I think it was a mistake not to recast T'Challa. No argument here. Chadwick Boseman personified the Black Panther. He was an excellent choice. Brought that character to life just as I wanted to see it. Recasting someone else would have honestly been pretty daunting. I'm not going to argue that, but it could have been done. And it would have preserved the ability to tell more of the rich stories of that Black Panther. The choice that has been made, I think, weakens the overall richness of the MCU, and I'm left wanting. Doesn't mean I'm going to quit watching Marvel movies, but I'm saddened at what could have been, and now clearly won't be. That's where I'll leave you for today. Just my thoughts on a movie that it was alright. I've seen better. I've seen better in the Marvel universe. And man, I hope this doesn't start things down a path that just progressively gets worse. Give us better, Marvel. Come on, you could do it. Thanks for watching. If you have ideas, thoughts on what I said, please put them down in the comments, and also down there in the show notes, find the other ways you can connect with us: Discord, social media, even our Patreon page. That's where I'll leave you. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.